It's my pleasure tonight to give you the voices of Dublin Elementary. And I have to share with you, I was given a gift, and this gift was Dublin Elementary to run. It is a fabulous school with fabulous people, and I want to thank the people that are here tonight that are supporting us with this spotlight, our parents and our students that are out there. Thank you so much for being here this evening. Tonight, like I just shared with you, the focus is going to be hearing the voices of our journey to becoming one. And you're going to hear the voice of a parent, our students, a teacher, and also a visual about what we're all about. So without further ado, I would like to have Rosemary Brisea come up here and share her brief thoughts.
I'm not going to start out with positive. 2 years ago, you all remember, very contentious, did not want to join two schools. In that 2 years, we have become one, and we are a family. We have amazing staff, we have amazing teachers, amazing students, and parents. So I would say we've taken some big steps. The continuity this year has been very nice. I realized last year moving principals around was not a choice. It was due to tragedy, but it's been good this year, and I think it's going to get better. I can't wait, even though I'm not going to have a student there, I can't wait to see the new buildings up and running next year. And I think we're there. Am I done? Okay.
Thank you.
Good evening. Thank you for the opportunity to come tonight and present. I'm going to talk just a little bit about the past, present, and future of Dublin Elementary. For 12 years, I was a teacher at Nielsen Elementary School, and when the decision came down to combine Nielsen Elementary School with Dublin Elementary, I have to admit there was a lot of trepidation and uncertainty about this move. You know, a lot of decisions as to what's it going to be like being at a school that's much bigger, double the size of the school that I was at. All of these relationships that I built with parents and students, now being at a bigger school, what's that going to look like? Well, last year it was a little tough at first. It was a lot of, well, that's not how we've done it before. And the Nielsen people and the Dublin L people. And as the year went on, it didn't get a whole lot better. But that was one of the things that Mrs. Johnson and I had in our minds as far as where we wanted to move the school moving forward was to create and navigate a new way of doing things, that it's not the way that they used to do it there or here, but our way, the new way. The decisions and friendships that have developed at the school are no longer directly related to the old former school lines. There are many decisions and committees and groups of people that have representatives from what the former schools were, and it's really exciting to see it play out.
Good evening, President Harbert, members of the board, and Dr. Hankey, and Executive Cabinet and Student Board Rep Lantran. My name is Sina Parsipur, and I am in 5th grade from Dublin Elementary. First of all, I would like to thank you all for attending this board meeting, which I hope most of you can learn from. Anyway, for this being my last year in elementary school, I shall dish out the thoughts that I have encapsulated of how these 6 years have been going for me. Starting out at a new school, in my opinion, was somewhat daunting. I had no friends, and the school zone was entirely and utterly unfamiliar. But as weeks passed and months advanced, we all grew much more comfortable with each other, and our learning environment just kept improving. This all couldn't have been done without our splendid, well-trained teachers and staff members. However, the next couple of years, which for me were 3rd and 4th grade, were probably the most unusual times. There was a limitless number of new students, countlessly arriving at our school, so I did my very best to make numerous friends to decrease the average stress level. But in the following year, there was a drastic change, which, as most of you know, Nielsen Elementary closed down, and many were forced to move here with us. In some ways, that was a very smart move, since it would save the jobs of many teachers with less funding. Plus, the increased amount of students at a school then would prepare us for the middle school years, where the schools are cluttered with students. Thank you all for listening, but hang tight, there's more to be said. It's my pleasure to introduce Megan Sawney, a determined and intelligent 4th grader at Dublin L. I would like to apologize for my voice because I have a minor cold. Thank you.
Good evening, President Halbert, members of the board, and Dr. Hankey, and Executive Cabinet and Student Board Rep, Lantran. My name is Megan Sani. It is my pleasure to represent the students of Dublin L. There are many things that have happened to me in the past few school years. One of those things was changing schools. When Nielsen and Dublin L merged, I was a little nervous, but in the end it turned out great. I met lots of new people, and I'm happy that I did. I'm also happy that even with all of my new friends, my old friends are still here with me. They came to Dublin L with me, and it's great. I think that Dublin L is a wonderful school. There are so many nice people here, and the teachers are awesome. When I merged here, I was put into Mrs. Guadagni's class, and I was nervous because I had wanted a teacher from Nielsen. But Mrs. Guadagni turned out to be one of the nicest teachers I have ever had. Then I got put into Miss Coop's 4th grade class. Miss Coop had come from Nielsen too, and I was happy about that. The other 4th grade teachers are also fantastic. I always look forward to science with Mr. Holback and history with Mrs. Buchanan. 3 more great things about Dublin L are the library, PE, and music. I like library because I love to read, and Mrs. Klein is so nice. Mrs. L is also very nice, and she lets us play fun games along with the stretches and warm-ups during PE. I'm sad that Mrs. Grady moved, but Mrs. Everts is just as good of a music teacher. She lets us play fun games that have to do with music during class. Mrs. Johnson is the best principal ever. She is so nice and patient with the kids. I'm glad that she is our principal. The lower grade teachers are nice too. They make their classrooms really fun to be in. How do I know? I know because I'm a rainy day monitor. That is a very fun and important activity at our school. I am very glad that I am a part of it. Rainy day monitors go to the lower grade classrooms and watch the kids while their teachers are eating lunch. I monitor Mrs. Bauer's class. She is really fun, and I know because I was in her class. Her kids are all very good while I'm there. Another fun activity is student council. Student council is where some kids get to talk about an attribute in an assembly while others make posters and hang them up around the school. I like being in both these activities, and they help kids be connected to school. I'm very glad now that I go to Dublin L, even though I was scared at first. Everybody here is ready to help when you need it, and I love being here. Now let me introduce Kaya Moore, a fantastic 3rd grader at Dublin L.
Good evening, President Halbert, members of the board, and Dr. Hankey, and Executive Cabinet and Student Board Rep Lantran. My name is Kaya Moore. It's my pleasure to represent the students of Dublin L. In order to save money, Dublin Unified School District decided to shut down Nielsen Elementary School and combine Nielsen from elementary school, combine the students from that school with the students of Dublin Elementary. Later, they leased a portion of Nielsen Elementary to Gedango Preschool. That switch has brought new changes, good and bad. People such as students and even teachers made new friends. Some teachers were missed by students because they went to different schools. According to the school website, we should watch for new covered walkways to be installed and many improvements to be made throughout the campus, and get ready for the start of the 2010-2011 school year. These are great additions to the school. Since summer 2009, construction workers have been building new classrooms for the kindergartners, 4th grade, and 5th grade because of the transportation to from Nielsen to Dublin L, because they had to make enough room for all the students. They also made 2 playgrounds, one for the 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade, and also one for the kindergarten. There are many pictures of the ongoing construction on the district's website. Even though we had to close the school, it's helping save money for the city of Dublin, and they've created one awesome school, the Shark.